Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
All right. Okay, that's recording. All right, now I'm going to go live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are on episode 11. It's Mike C. El
What's
Benet
up?
here.
What's up, everybody?
It's a nice rainy day here in Virginia. How's the weather there, Michael?
It is so sunny. I'm dead serious. Like it's beautiful. 63 degrees, everything.
Really? It's
Mm-hmm.
chilly here.
Really?
Oh my gosh, I have my tea right here. I am cold.
Wow, that's so crazy.
But
But
we're
it's
going to get warmed up and going. So today, episode 11, giving up the war on perceived imperfections.
yes, yes. Elle, take it away first on what you thought when we came across this title, and then after we discussed it, what do you feel about that? What's your thoughts on that?
So I actually had a question written up for
Mm-hmm.
you about this to make sure I'm understanding it correctly because I feel I have a tendency. Well, actually, let me ask the question first. So, does this mean that you're trying to be the opposite of what you are? For example, like if you are a naturally shy person
Right.
and you want to outgrow that, but you're just naturally a shy and reserved person. So you
Mm-hmm.
go, so you extend yourself to be an extrovert, but that's not really you. Um, what
Yeah.
does it really mean? Is it embracing what you who you are, or
Well, I think you just summed it up. It's embracing who you are, not seeing anything less than being perfect. And I think we were in that thing you and I both read, which is the reality transurfing thing. He
uh,
actually specifically addressed something about where I got this title from, being shy. Now, there's two things about being shy. Do you
mm,
mind being shy? Are you okay being shy? Are you totally comfortable knowing you're a shy person? And so, in that case, it's not an imperfection. But if you see something where you are shy, you don't want to be shy,
mm,
and now you're trying to make yourself do something like it's something wrong with being who you are. Allow people to say, "Oh, you're so shy." You're seeing something wrong with being who you are. You're not okay with a characteristic or or even a physical attribute you have. You're seeing something wrong with it when there technically is nothing wrong with you at
ah,
all.
okay. So it's just embracing who you actually are.
Embracing who you are
Uh,
and not letting outside influences or not letting outside influence your perception of you. You are perfect. So many people easily say, what do you hear people say all the time? Well, we're not perfect. Yes, you are. Oh,
mm-hmm.
we're just human. Just human. You don't have to monitor your breathing, your heartbeat, your blood, all this stuff in order to live. It just does it because you're
Right.
just human. So when you get about the perceived imperfections, you're seeing something wrong with yourself. If you're in what I hate labels, but they say like say you're an introvert because you meet a criteria of what society is deemed. Maybe you like being a person doesn't like being around somebody else.
Hmm. Yeah, I know. And actually, you hit the nail on the head with that one because I had gone through a phase where I know, believe it or not, I'm actually an introvert.
Okay, we're
But
we're closing down. Goodbye, everybody.
I
Goodbye.
am though. I
Air
feel
Cosmetics is closing down.
that I am an introvert for the most part, especially around new people and social environments. I'm actually am an introvert. So I have tried and have been told that, hey, in order to get XYZ, you're going to have to put yourself out there a little more. You're going to have to do X, Y, because if you're reserved, the opportunity isn't going to come to you. You're going to have to make it happen and go to it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love this resonates so well because it truly isn't the case. It's recognizing that this is who you are. You don't have to go outside of it. And more opportunities have come to me from not being outside of who I actually am. And so,
Absolutely.
yeah,
That
yeah.
isn't that cool? I love that. I love that, El, the way you said it. I mean, the thing is, it's nothing. Well, opportunities of change are always going to come around. But the thing is, your basis should not be there's something wrong with me. It should be, oh, this looks exciting. I'm going to go into that gray area over there and dab or try something over here. But I'm not going to go and say there's something wrong with me. I need to fix this with me right now. No, it's like, oh, here's a desire. Now, if it's something it really encourages me to pursue, like what we're doing with the podcast, we're
Mm-hmm.
just having fun. We're doing something we're going to pursue. But it's not like we're sitting there going, I got to do this. If you got to like literally dig deep and really make yourself do something, you should ask yourself first, am I doing this because it's something I want or something I think I need to change about me based off what everyone's saying about me? I need to get out there and do this more. There's something wrong. You know what I mean? There's a difference.
That was the next thing, because my other question is, well, we promote growth. So where is that barrier? Where is that line in
Balance, yeah.
reserving who you are, but also expanding and becoming a better version of you?
Absolutely. I think it's dialing in on the vibration. I think it's something where we're so quick to hop into physical action that
Mm.
if we could just learn to relax and admit to ourselves that we have learned enough that the universe showed us there is a path that's going to unfold, that's going to unfold for you. And when the timing's right, your desire to do it will be more than your desire not to do it. Even if it is stepping on stage in uncomfortability, you're going to be so wanting to do it because you want to hop that barrier. You're going to be like, I really want to do this. But before you even do that, how about imagining, or better yet, knowing what do you want? You and I talked about that, Ellen. Remember we were talking about
Mm-hmm.
how do people really know what they really, really want? And then
Mm-hmm.
so we're talking about with our jobs. We're like, so some people say, here's a good question for I feel to ask somebody like, okay, so Ellie, you can stay up for 18 hours doing this podcast and all this thing for Ariel and stuff like that, right, Elle? You could do that.
Yes.
It doesn't. Do you care about how long you do it? Is it a job to you?
It's fun. It's
It's
fun.
fun. Now, if someone is going to work right now and they don't care if they're at work for 18 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours over their time, time doesn't mean anything. That's probably your passion because time doesn't mean anything because you're doing what you love.
Right. 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 Right.
But it's safe to say if you're going to work or you're doing something and you can't wait to get out of there, that's not how passion feels. So you have yet to find your passion. If you ask somebody, what would you rather be? They say, well, I'm a doctor. Did you always want to be a doctor? Well, my parents said it's good for me to be a doctor. My brother's a doctor. My sister's a doctor. I wanted to be an artist, but they said there's nothing really out here for career wise for being an artist.
Mm-hmm.
So you chose something for money rather than passion
Mm. Got it. Got it. Got it.
or a
Right.
career.
I see what you're saying. So you are not being true to yourself. You're merging and shaping yourself, conforming to someone else's vision of who you should be.
Or what society deems what is right for you to be considered successful. Ego. We all have it. It's nothing. And the thing you and I love to talk about is not beating yourself up about it. I think that's the biggest thing is it's okay. So you recognize that's what you did. Second, don't beat yourself about it because you
Mm-hmm.
recognize it. We learn to celebrate everything here on this inner cosmetics.
All the time, because that's where the growth is. It's like the awareness is the biggest thing to celebrate, because you recognize something. Some people walk around, and it's okay, don't even know, aren't even aware. And so when you have that awareness, that's a level of celebrating. That's
Yes.
not a, it's not a step to skip over, it's to acknowledge. And then
Yes. Yes.
understand that the practices, the ways, it'll come to you. Just like the awareness came to you, it came so easily. The rest is just like that too.
I love that's even wow. I love that. Just the way the awareness about your desire to change came so flawlessly, so seamlessly.
Yeah.
the next thing will come up to you, and
Right.
you'll know what to do.
Yeah, yeah, you will. Just be aware that you were aware. And once you're aware that you're aware,
Wow.
observe how
Wow.
easy it flowed in.
I love that. And that's why Einstein, don't quote me on this, but I think it was Einstein, one of the scholars, they said
Hmm.
the same brain that has the question or the same mind that has the question will not be the same one with the answer because we're
Well,
always ascending.
that just hurt my brain. Say it again.
The same mind that had the question will not be the same one that has the answer
Because you grew. Oh, because you grew.
because
Got
you
it.
grew. You grew. And that shows
Ah,
when that answer appears, even if someone gave it to you, you think that if we realize everything, everybody comes from us, from within, we mistaken that someone who gave us the answer we were searching for was them and not us. And that's where the thing comes in. It
love
was
it.
they were given to us by the universe to provide a question we had. And because that person delivered it, we give the accolades or the credit to them when actually the only reason that answer was there and then given the question was there and then the answer
Hmm.
was because you desired it. We just don't know
Right.
how powerful we are. It's
Right.
so it happens so smooth that you just think that's naturally what was going to happen anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very,
And
very true.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. This is really good. Especially about being at peace with where you are and knowing that it doesn't mean because again I had to put the barriers up in my own brain. If you're shy, that's an element of you. Spiritual growth is something that you're a creator and that's always going to naturally happen. So don't wonder about anything else, really.
Right.
You're always
Right.
going to spiritually grow, you know, and don't feel, or I always like getting away from don't, and focusing on what to do. It's more efficient. It's quicker.
Yeah,
You follow me? Instead of saying,
I do.
don't do
I
this,
do.
don't do that. Well, I'll rephrase it and focus on what it is that you desire. If it is an element about yourself that you would
Uh-huh.
like to change, and it
Yes.
will flow. It will flow easily to you.
So easily to you. If you ask what you want and then you can next ask is why aren't you doing it? And but the thing is you got to do it in a quiet place without distractions because you're going to find things about yourself that you never knew like okay, what do you want? And I think we were talking about the other day when we said about being a photographer or something like that. So many people actually like photography, but they don't choose to do it because they don't see the money in it.
So money's leading their decision.
Money's leading their decision, and the money is also blocking them. Their money's not blocking them. Their perception about money is what's blocking them. Is saying, well, society says that there's not a lot of money in photography, so I would not choose that anything more than a hobby. Well, then you said, okay, if money wasn't an object, if, let's take money out the thing, and
Hmm.
you could make a career, really good money doing whatever you wanted. Now, what would you do? And they're like, if I could do anything I want and get paid what I wanted, yes. Oh, I'd be a photographer. Then why aren't you? Well, obviously, their money, I need to have a job. And they'll come up with all these conscious beliefs that have been instilled in their mind based off of what they see. Not making funny because I'm one of those people that were at one time and still constantly growing that would look at that and say,
Hmm.
can't do that, can't do this. And then you're like,
Right.
wow, I am not doing it. So how do you go about you just don't go up and quit your job and say, no, I'm going to stop everything right now, but maybe take yourself a little more, I don't like to say the word serious, but take your passions with more seriousness in a way of I can have it all. We always remember we talk about Ellie, remember we talking about that? And go
Yeah.
ahead, what were you saying about and? What did you say about
And a lot of times we give ourselves choices. It's an either or. When once you release that either or, there's a surplus. Why? First of all,
first of
why?
all?
Why is it that we say it's either or? It's like the universe doesn't have a surplus of something, and
Right.
we have to choose. I can either have this or this. Like,
Yeah,
why?
yeah,
Is
yeah.
there a limited supply or something? You
Yes,
know? It boils
Yes.
down to your belief. That's the only way. That's the only reason why you're saying either or. It's because you only believe you can get this or that. But guess what? And is an option too.
Wow. That just sank home. I'm serious.
That's an
That's
option too.
so powerful.
You
That's
know,
some
and
powerful shit.
a lot of times it's not something that we explore. But to the fact that you were sharing about the photographer and not taking it up as a job because of financial is one thing to slowly feed it in to your belief system is if you're not entertaining that passion at all, then at least introduce it as a hobby. If it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes out the week, just slowly
Abs-
introduce it as a hobby.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I love that. And the momentum will take you right away with just that alone and down its own path. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
yeah, it'll
That is
flow
so
from
cool.
there. It'll
Yes.
flow from there.
I love that so much. And like I said, so many times with us thinking that, also we were talking about this whole time about being imperfections, imperfect, and all that stuff like that. In a perfect world, I'd be a photographer, or in a perfect world, I'd be this, or we see things as, like I said, about imperfections.
Hmm.
Remember this, and this is hard for at first to accept it for me. Everything is already perfect. Everything's
Hmm.
perfect.
Yes, it is.
There's
Yes,
nothing that ever was. I know, right? Yes, yes. It's our perception.
it is. It
It's
truly,
just our
truly is.
perception. It's our
It's
perception and stuff.
yeah. I would say for a homework assignment is again awareness. So sometimes it's just that simple. Is an alignment. Like Mike was saying, your energy, your feelings are the best guides that you will ever have.
Yes,
And we need to step into a little more and use them and not second guess them because that is our first step is
it is.
using the tools that you were born with.
Born with no one can take them. No one can take them. They can take your sandwich. They better not take my sandwich. Actually, no, they cannot take my sandwich. You can take my car, my dog, anything. Do
We
not
were
touch my
doing
sandwich.
so great
We were doing
until
so
we brought
good.
up.
Are we wrapping this up now? Like, I gotta go check my sandwich now.
Oh man. Now where was I?
Yes,
Your
sir.
oh your
Sandwiches. Oh my goodness.
your alignment. So just checking in with yourself is embracing who you are, embracing who
Yes.
you are, no matter what that might be, and knowing everything else is going to flow in for you,
100%
flow in for
at
you.
all times. It's already here. There's nothing left to be created. That's a whole nother topic, but everything's already here. It's just a matter of you choosing what you want by staying focused on the end rather than the middle. That's just the path. It doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
what you see. And we can
Mm-hmm.
talk on that more later. So we want to hear from you guys about questions and things that you may have had about things that seemingly are impossible. Because remember this, as you're thinking it's impossible, nothing is impossible. There is absolutely nothing impossible, guys.
I
Nothing.
love that.
From
I love
here
that.
to the White House, I've done it. Obstacles where people didn't think you could do it.
Very
Nothing's
true.
impossible.
Very true. Very true.
Thank
And
you.
on that note, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Happy Tuesday. Enjoy the remainder of
Yes.
the day.
Enjoy, everybody.
And make sure you connect with us on Instagram. You can see us visually on YouTube. See me sip my tea today and might see with this cool hat on.
That's right. And catch my chipped tooth while it's here because I'm getting that thing fixed.
Oh, God. That's right. I forgot. All
Oh,
right,
they didn't.
guys.
See everybody.
They're
High
like,
five,
yes.
Allie.
High five.
Bam. See
Bye.
everybody. Bye. Oh man, that's so funny. Oh,
It's so funny. You're like, at my chip too.
catch it while it's still here.
Oh, I did a snapshot
Ellie,
again.
what is with you and
Oh my God. Oops, I did it again.
Ellie? You lost your. Where's technical support? What's the number for technical support? 911?
I'm trying to hit stop recording.